Okay, so we have our door. We placed it in a nice place that's sort of designed appropriately. It doesn't float on a wall anywhere. Now we want to make the holes to let the light into this thing. Okay, I'm going to do one and you guys can do the rest. I'm going to demonstrate one and you guys can do the rest. So, same thing with the door box and the door. I'm going to make new layers. I'm going to make a layer called window box. Okay, my window box is, maybe we'll do it in a gray or something. Okay, and then I'm going to make another layer while I'm making layers, and I'm going to call it window. Okay, let's capitalize here. And I'm going to make my windows a different color. Okay, how about I make my windows in a lavender color? I like lavender, that sounds good. All right. So, let's get ourselves to a ghosted mode. Okay. I think I'm going to do my first window here, and you guys, I'll do the equinox. Okay. And I'm going to use the command intersect. Okay. Intersect. Select objects to intersect. I'm going to select that. And the box. Press enter. Okay. I want to know where the intersections of those sun lines are as they hit the box. And then when I use the command intersect and then select the two objects that I want to identify their intersection, it gives me these little intersection indicators. Okay? Once you have this done, okay, please go ahead and turn on points. Select in the left menu the graphic underneath your grouping stuff. This button, left click, turn on points. Okay. Points are on. Click somewhere outside and you will see these points. Why am I doing that? I'm doing that because I can snap to these points, because I have a point snap condition down here. Right? That means I can use my point snap to draw a rectangle exactly from that point to the other point. Right? Okay. So let's make our window box current. Okay. And now I'm going to draw a box here. The only issue is I don't want to draw a box with slanted angles like this. I want to draw a straight box, okay? You can draw it at slanted angles. You're welcome to do that. But for the sake of this exercise, we said there are no angles, right? So I'm not going to do angles even in that little detail. So I'm going to do a solid box. Okay, and I'm going to use the snap point. Okay, I'm going to try to focus here. I'm going to use the farthest away point, starting to make my horizontal dimension. Okay, is this enough? No, I'm going to align it with my bigger part, right, on the bottom. And then I'm going to slide down to make my vertical dimension, which is going negative now, it's going down, to my next point. There it is. I just made my window box. Okay. So, I'm going to hide these boxes for a second here. Let's hide them. Because I want to go to my right view. Okay. And I want to show you something. The sun is coming in this direction, right? If I made my box stop here, that means the thickness of the roof is not allowing the rest of the sun to come down, right? The majority of students make this mistake. The majority of the students make their box from here and they stop it here. That means a lot of the light is not going to go down to where it's supposed to go. Do you guys want me to show you what that mistake looks like? Okay, so I'm going to do it wrong. So let's go to perspective. Okay, so I'm going to take that box and delete it. And I'm going to make it wrong now. I'm going to draw it wrong. Go from, make sure your points are selected. I'm going to make my box. And I'm going to come down. There we go. Okay. Do you see? I think you can kind of already see how the sun is not going to go all the way through. So let's go to my right view. I selected the corners of the lines. How come it's wrong? Right? The sun is going to come down like so. My wall, my roof stops here, so my sun can still come down. What about here? My sun is coming down, but the thickness of the wall is stopping the light. Make sense? So make sure that this window box, this opening, comes to the widest parts of the lines, the widest part of the sun rays. This is the widest part between here and there, right? So let me so now that I've explained this on the drop-down board screen, I'm going to go back and make the correct box. Okay, so let's go back to perspective. I'm going to delete that box and make the correct box. Point. Okay, and if I want to make it to align with the bottom lines, I'm going to drag my line away until I find the snap point. There it is. It recognized the snap point on the bottom. See the blue dot? Select, right? And then bring it down to that point, and you're good. Okay. Oops, I actually selected the wrong spot. Let's fix this real quick. Okay, I'm gonna pause. All right, that's what it should look like. What's the next step? Any guess? Boolean split. Select your Boolean, click the little arrow, and go to split. This is the split. Left click. Select object you want to split, the big object, press enter. Select the cutting surface, the extrusion, press enter. That's it. Select again the poly surface and delete it. Just leave the box. Okay, and you can turn off the window box. Where's the window box? This guy. All right, make window current and turn off the window box. You have a hole, and see how the sun rays come at the equinox right through the window, and they aligned perfectly with your object, right? Do you see that? The yellow lines are going directly, exactly on that object, and the window is that size from its bottom to its top. This is what you want to achieve. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video here.